the going on with the management there and with the technology. Licensed it to Purple, and then I think Purple sold it back to them or something really strange. A lot of topping action here, although it's trying to hold this moving average. We've got a number of the indicators kind of rolling over here. Stochastics, heading lower. MACD looking like it's rolling over. RSI lost 50. I'm gonna take a quiz. Okay, I'll get to JKS in a minute. I want to. And the other thing the other thing that people were pointing out, I thought it was some short sellers blog too. The other thing they were pointing out was like the insiders are just dumping shares. I never get overly concerned. I like to look for buying for sure. Buying is the only reason that insiders buy is because they think the stock's going up. When insiders sell, it can be it could be somebody just I mean, a lot of insiders, that's how they're paid. So I mean, if if you're selling your shares, I mean, maybe you just want to buy a car or something, or get compensated for your work. But when you get a lot of selling, like here, you see exercising options, sale. It's everything is just sale. This raises a flag. This there is something weird about this company. It doesn't smell right. Just looking to see if I can see anything in the news where I read about that. Yeah, I thought it was on, I thought I read something on, maybe on Alpha. Let's take a look at JKS. This is not a healthy looking chart. We've had a real, I was talking about this. I mean, we had this massive run up JKS. Again, let's, I should probably just have this on a default on all my charts. But you can see here, we got it through it, a little pullback, but just rocketed higher. Eventually we ran out of buyers. You can see here, I mean, the stochastic stayed high for a long time. So that, just because your RSI stays high like this, you can look at it and think, oh, well, it's gone through 70. It's due for a pullback. It doesn't always happen. You take a look at this, or, look at the RSI, stayed overbought for what, like a month. And then finally sold off. The only thing I'd be concerned about with JKS right now is, we're right at an area that's pretty critical for support. So, I mean, from a trade perspective, yeah, you could take a trade here. Low on this candle was 56, call it 56.50. Low on this candle today, 56.94. Yeah. Oh yeah, RSI, I don't get too concerned with RSI goes up to 70, but if it gets over 80 and into the 90s, I mean, it's really overbought. But like I said, it's just an indicator, and they're not always, no indicator is 100%. I mean, look, if you'd have shorted this here thinking, God, it's at 90, the RSI is at 90, it's got to pull back. I mean, you would have had your face ripped off, or at least you would have lost your shorts on that trade. Thinking it was gonna pull back here because it was so overbought. So I mean, again, it's just an indicator. It's not always you know, it's not the be all and end all. It just gives you an indication of where things might go. We're getting really oversold here on the, but you know, when we're stochastics, when we're down below 50 here, rallies tend to fade. You know, like I said, you know, you could take this as a trade, but you'd have a really tight stop, 56.50. Is where I'd, you know, anything below that, any close below that's where I would stop out. Let's take a look, just out of curiosity, let's look at TAN, which is a ETF for solar. So JKS is kind of struggling while the rest of the solar industry seems to be not doing too badly here. So this looks like it might start to turn up. RSI is turning up. Volume really light though. It's the only challenge there. But you can see here we're starting to round up again, maybe on the stochastics. It hasn't gotten below 50 yet, so maybe we're going to get like a rounding bottom like we got here, and then we'll get, you know, another move up like that. But again, there's an area to trade off of here. You've got this sort of 80 level that you can use as a stop. For solar, and for solar, struggling a little bit here after having a really big pop. All right, guys. Well, I guess I've gone over my time, and I've got Mike and Peter in the wings here.
Your time is as long as you want it to be, Brian.
Okay. Let's just take a quick look at the dollar here. So we're finding some support. Again, a weak dollar, strong, usually translates into strong gold prices, gold and silver. What did silver do today, by the way? Because silver was actually you did a little bit better than gold over the last week or so. Yeah, silver's had a nice day too. All right, let's see. Well, let's since everyone's talking about Tesla, let's take a last look.
I was just going to mention Tesla.
Yeah, let's take a look at Tesla. Look at this. It's just again. Wow, what can you say about that chart? Just so strong. Tesla was one of those. We've got a nice ascending triangle here on the weekly. And we've just been breaking out here. I know at Tesla, you know, that's one of those stocks that you looked at in the morning and it was just strong. So it was destined to go higher. My Romo trade of the day was Facebook, because when I opened my screen up in the morning, it was red. It was down on the day, and I thought Facebook's probably going to go up. And there it is. So it's kind of chopping in a range here. And Pfizer, we'll wrap things up with Pfizer as a request. Wow, look at that, eh? Again, getting overbought here. Not to say that it can't go higher. Volume not fantastic today. It's a little overbought for sure. So again, this is not, when you have stochastics here and RSI here, it's not necessarily a great place to go adding to or initiating a position. This would have been a better, on this pullback, would have been obviously easy to say now, but would have been, you know, you wait for a pullback to get into a stock that looks like this, so you don't end up buying at the top or near a top. Kindi was another one that did well today. Oh, it had quite a range today. Well off the high. All right. Well, Mike, and I think you've got trade of the week. Let's jump into that. And any
Oh, what happened to you guys? Oh.
Everything kind of set up for us. There we go.
So Peter, Mike, are you in any trades right now?
I'm in nothing. I've been watching Tesla, but it's a little crazy for me to trade. I noticed that I'm a little jealous of Jared, who's been trading Tesla here short. But no, I'm sitting watching.
Yeah, me too. I've been watching ever since the morning.
Well, I'm still in PLTR. I think, and it looks like I'm just going to hang on to that. Not a big position. Still sticking with my gold trade. MU's been on a bit of a move higher here.
There we go.
MU.
Should be able to bring up the trade of the week now for everybody. Please let me know if you can't hear me or if the sound is any kind of crazy. I did some adjustments this weekend.
Yeah, PLTR 100 by April. Yeah, no doubt. PLTR, I would say 30 is, well, we're already through 28. So I would say 30 is, sort of 29.77 to 30 is probably an area we'll have some resistance. Possibly 29. 29 is where we kind of closed at a high. So that actually could be some resistance at 29. SPY's starting to sell off here, but I expect we'll bounce back.
Uncharacteristically, AMD has been ignoring the SPY today. It's a little odd.
Yeah, I agree with you, Chris. I think that PLTR has pretty solid, is a pretty solid company with all the stuff they've got going on.
So,
Nice, Jared.
oh yeah.
Wow. The other company that's really been doing well is this CIIC. Just kicking it.
Oh, Tesla drop now. Wow.
So I'll bring up
Big
the
bid on.
member trade of the week before we get too much into the close. Can everybody hear me okay?
All good. All good here.
Awesome. So this week's member trade of the week goes to Kat for her trade on AMD.
Nice. Nice one.
So the first attempt took it long, recognized that it wasn't ready, so she got out at break even, and then took the bounce off the low there, partialed, added in heavy, and then took partials all the way up to the top, and then got all out when it began to lose a line. So excellent trade.
Wow. Started that. Is that right after the open? I guess so. Wow. It's on AMD. Gotta like a trade on AMD. Way to go.
Right, Peter? Always.
That's
So,
I wasn't trading at that time because the brokers were a little skittish. Their services were down, so I didn't start till later. But that was a move. I saw that on AMD early on. So well done.
so with
Well
that, now we'll go
done.
to the trade of the day and see what we got going on there.
Was that today? No.
No,
That
that
wasn't.
one was last week, pushing it up.
Okay. That's why I looked familiar. So because I thought it was choppier than that this morning. That's why I was going back to look, and I said I remember seeing, but I thought it was a short. Anyways, never mind. Yes,
Yeah.
still like it
So
on AMD.
today's trade of the day goes to Trader Dash on Apple. So out of the open, was able to handle all the brokers. Took a long near that R4 level. Partialed on the way up, added back into it on a pullback towards VWAP, and then partialed all the way up to 124.50. Added back in, and then ended up taking half off and then getting out basically at break even when he didn't like the trade set up anymore. So excellent trade
Yeah, and
on
the
his part.
price is pretty much at that same level. It's chopped sideways for the rest of the day. So you got the one good move on Apple. So well done for catching that.
Yes, excellent job.
Beastie Boys.
I heard you say that under your breath, Brian. You good? You getting no sleep till Brooklyn? What's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
No
Yeah.
sleep till Brooklyn.
I don't know. You get a song in your head and then you can't get it out.
I do. I do that every day, both to myself and to all of our traders when I play them the song of the day.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,